Hi, my name is Heather McIntyre. Today I will plan to educate you on the topic of women in the workplace and the effects it has on our society over time. I will touch on the topics of inequality of pay for women versus men, pay inequality for women with education, and the long-term effects it has. Did you know that the workforce consists of 46% women? On average, if that woman works for 40 years, they will have lost $434,000 in pay versus a man in the exact same position. Working families with both heads of the household working will lose about $200 billion annually across the entire country. The percentage of families with only the husband working is about 17%, down from a whopping 66% in the 1940s, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. The labor force with women having children under the age of 18 is 72%. Amongst these women, 75.5% of these are single mothers. These statistics were gathered by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Employers need to make an effort to make the inequality pay gap disintegrate. By doing so, it'll be an increase of single women's pay approximately 13%, 17% for single mothers, and 6% for married women. The increase in pay will have a positive effect on the overall poverty level. It would bring the level of poverty in women down to 84% for singles, 50% for single mothers, and 62% for married women. What a significant change that would be for the entire country, since women make up for 83% of all purchases. You add that amount of cash flow to a woman's pocketbook, and of course she's going to go spend it, and therefore stimulate the economy that much more. 89% of all bank accounts are held by women in the U.S., and in regards to personal wealth, women are holding strong in that category at 51%, according to Newsweek. As the statistics show, that spending power converts to over $5 trillion annually. Did you know that the U.S. is one of only 4 countries not to require employers to offer paid maternity leave? This was noted by the Institution for Health and Social Policies. That research was conducted over 173 nations. And by the way, those other 3 nations that don't offer paid maternity leave are considered to be third world countries. Since we have now touched on the inequality pay and the lack of guaranteed pay on maternity leave, also note that per child per year it costs about $3,000 in daycare. That can result in 25% of a working woman's income. This is from the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The next time you are sitting in a classroom, do me a favor and take a look around. For every 2 men there are sitting in the classroom, there are 3 women. 55% of all bachelor's degrees are earned by women. And as these degrees are being completed, women are starting to touch on degrees that are prominently held by men. As an example, an increase of 14% in the technical writer category, and there was an increase of 19% in pharmacists and chemists, according to the U.S. Department of Labor. Now that women are earning more degrees than men, you would think those jobs that require a degree have a somewhat equal pay scale, right? No. Once a woman is in an upper management position, such as a CEO, CFO, and a COO, they earn about 72 cents on a dollar versus a man. Only 4 in 10 companies worldwide have a woman in a senior management position, such as a VP, CEO, and higher-end managers. Even more interesting, women will lose over $1.2 million in a career by having a college education. Continue on to grad school. Yeah, less pay. Grad school graduates lose over $2 million in a professional career. So let's go on to get your master's degree. Women will earn, on average, $19,250 less than a man with a master's degree in the exact same job annually. Okay, so now that we've talked about education and the pay inequality, let's move on to our future. Did you know that the inequality of salaries will result in adverse effects on women throughout their entire life? Since Social Security is based off your historical pay, even retired women are still going to feel the burden of not making as much as men. Along with Social Security, women tend to make less of their pensions than men. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, women will pull in around $3,500 less than men annually, less per month, and about half as much as men from pensions. About 70% of men will receive over $1,000 per month from Social Security, when about 68% of women will earn less than $1,000. Just under 30% of women will receive pensions as opposed to almost 44% of men. From those pensions, women earn on average just under $6,500, and men tend to receive over $12,000. With these inequalities throughout the workforce, these inequalities need to be recognized and addressed before it becomes irreversible and even more of a detriment to our society. We need to bring awareness to employers, educators, and officials that can make a difference and try to bring any gap in inequality to be less significant. This is exactly why I wanted to educate you as my peers and our future on how women are discriminated against in the workforce. Just to summarize, women on average make 77 cents on a dollar as compared to her male counterparts. Women hold the edge on education, and the inequalities of pay will be felt all throughout a woman's life. I hope this speech has educated you on the problems and brought awareness on the topic of women in the workplace. Next time, ladies, you are looking for a job, make sure to negotiate, because I'm sure your employer is offering you less than a man in that same exact position. Thank you.